Ever heard the saying, if you have to finance a luxury, you can't afford it? Well, cars are the #1 thing people overspend on. One minute you're looking for a reliable ride, the next, you're signing a 7-year loan on something way out of budget, all because the dealership made it sound affordable. But how much car can you really afford without wrecking your finances? Today, we're diving deep into how much car you can actually afford based on your income. I'll break it down into 3 salary ranges: $50,000, $100,000, and $150,000 per year. We'll cover some golden rules for car buying, how to save money on car payments, and whether financing or leasing is better. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to avoid the trap of overspending on a car, and why doing so could be costing you hundreds of thousands in lost wealth over time. Now let's start with the basics. How do you figure out how much car you can afford? There are a few key rules to keep in mind, and I'll explain each one step by step. The 35 rule. The first rule is called the 35 rule, which states that the most you should spend on a car is 35% of your gross annual income. For example, if you make $50,000 a year, the max you should spend on a car is $17,500. At $100,000 per year, that jumps to $35,000. And at $150,000 per year, your cap is around $52,500. Now, while the 35 rule sounds great for car enthusiasts who want to spend on their dream ride, it's honestly a bit aggressive for the average person. Unless you're obsessed with owning a luxury vehicle, instead of the 35 rule, let's talk about the 25 rule, which I think is a much sweeter spot. This means spending no more than 25% of your gross annual income on a car. So, at $50,000 per year, aim for a car priced at $12,500. At $100,000 per year, go for $25,000. And at $150,000 per year, your limit becomes $37,500. Why does this matter? Because cars are depreciating assets. They lose value every single year. Spending too much upfront means tying up cash that could be invested elsewhere, like stocks or real estate. Now let's dive into 24-10 rule. This rule is designed to help you make smarter financial decisions when buying a car. Let's break it down step by step. 20% down payment. Put down at least 20% of the car's price upfront. Example, for a $30,000 car, make a $6,000 down payment. This reduces the loan amount and helps avoid being underwater. 4-year loan term. Keep your car loan to 4 years or less. Longer loans, 6 to 7 years, mean higher interest costs and staying in debt longer. 10% of gross monthly income. Your total car expenses, payment, insurance, maintenance, should not exceed 10% of your gross monthly income. Example, if you earn $60,000 per year, $5,000 per month, your car expenses should be less than or equal to $500 per month. One of the biggest expenses of owning a car isn't just the sticker price, it's depreciation. On average, a new car loses 20% of its value within the first year. That means if you buy a $30,000 car, it's worth only $24,000 after 12 months. By year 5, it might be worth less than half its original price. This is why buying a used car, specifically one that's 3 to 5 years old, is such a smart move. Most of the depreciation has already been absorbed by the previous owner, leaving you with a reliable vehicle at a fraction of the cost. Another hidden cost, maintenance and repairs. Luxury cars, in particular, can drain your wallet. For instance, a 2017 BMW X5 might seem cheaper upfront than a 2017 Toyota 4Runner. But over 5 years, the BMW will cost you $20,000 more due to higher insurance premiums, repairs, and maintenance. Always check tools, like the true cost to own calculator on Edmunds.com before making a decision. Now let's talk about monthly payments and loan terms. One of the biggest mistakes people make is stretching out their car loans to 6, 7, or even 8 years. Why? Because longer loan terms mean higher interest costs. Take this example. Financing a $30,000 car over 4 years at 5% interest results in $2,529 in total interest. But stretch that same loan to 6 years, and you'll pay $3,829 in interest, a difference of $1,300. Not only that, but longer loan terms often leave you underwater on your car. Remember, cars depreciate fast. After year 1, your $25,000 car might be worth only $20,000, but you could still owe $22,000 on the loan. That's a recipe for financial disaster. So, what's the solution? Stick to the 24-10 rule. Make a 20% down payment to reduce the amount financed. Keep your loan term to 4 years or less. Ensure your monthly car payment, including insurance and maintenance, is less than 10% of your gross monthly income. Many people ask me, should I lease or buy a car? Here's my take. Leasing pros: lower monthly payments. Drive a new car every 3 to 4 years. Often includes warranty coverage. Leasing cons: mileage limits. Typically 10,000 to 12,000 miles per year. No equity. You don't own the car at the end of the lease. Leasing makes sense if you want flexibility and lower payments, especially for business owners who can write off part of the expense. However, if you plan to keep a car long-term, buying is almost always the better option financially. When it comes to buying, should you finance or pay cash? If you're not investing your money elsewhere, paying cash might seem appealing. But remember, opportunity cost. That $25,000 you spend on a car today could grow to $200,000 over 30 years if invested wisely. Financing allows you to preserve liquidity and invest the difference. Now let's talk about some tip and trick to save money on cars first. Shop around for insurance. Call competitors to see if they can beat your current rate. Switching providers can save you $100 to $200 per month. Second, buy used. Aim for a car that's 3 to 5 years old to avoid steep depreciation. Third, consider maintenance costs. Use tools like the True Cost to Own calculator to compare vehicles. Sometimes, a cheaper car up front ends up costing more in repairs. Remember, the goal isn't just to drive, it's to build wealth. Every dollar saved on a car is a dollar you can invest for your future. At the end of the day, buying a car shouldn't leave you broke or stressing over monthly payments. Stick to smart money rules, whether it's the 24-10 rule or just buying within your means, so your car serves you, not the other way around. Remember, a car is a tool, not a status symbol. The goal is to get from point A to point B without wrecking your financial future. So before you sign that loan, ask yourself, are you buying a car you can afford or one that's going to own you? If this helped, drop a like and let me know in the comments. What's your dream car and how are you planning to afford it? See you in the next one.